Okay, we find this amazing, great, colorful, out of this world, amazing artist. Skinner, how are you today?
I'm doing really great. Thanks for the really honoring introduction. I appreciate it.
How's WonderCon for you this year?
I love WonderCon because I get a little jaded in the everyday world. I get discouraged. You know, it's very corporatized, dehumanizing kind of everyday landscape. And when I come here, I realize that there's a whole other spectrum of humanity that is counterbalancing the evil inhumanity of politics and corporatization of things. And it's just the everyday people that love creative stuff. And I feel like I'm among my people and I don't feel so alone. Like I'm in my nerd army, you know, and because I'm a nerd, you know. I'm trying to like be a nerd general, but I don't know if it's working out, but I keep trying every year, you know. Well, I love the WonderCon. WonderCon's great. It's like if you don't get enough Comic-Con per year, you know, it's like you start getting depressed, you know. So it's good. It's like a warm-up for Comic-Con in San Diego, you know. So
You're like a celebrity for those people there in Sacramento. How that has affected your life?
I think in Sacramento is kind of interesting, actually. I feel like Sacramento is a place for people who really do a lot of things out of love because there's not a whole lot of really open political, you know, cultural support from like the city or people that have money or people that, you know, anybody who has money to subsidize something, they subsidize like P.F. Chang's. They don't subsidize like a small gallery that needs help, you know. Sacramento's not a place where it's allowed to organically develop an amazing culture like Portland or Austin, you know. So the people that are there do it out of love. And I think hard work is just recognized by other people that do hard work in Sacramento because it's kind of an uphill battle, you know. It's like, you know, you play in a band, you go to a show, people that are at the show are people that are in other bands. You know, it's not like hordes of local people that are like, yeah, live music or whatever. You know, same thing at art shows. A lot of times just other artists. I don't feel like I don't get stopped on the street by, you know, people are like, oh my God, give me an autograph or something. It's more like other artists who are like, oh, it's good to see you, you know? So it's like a camaraderie. It's not like an alienating kind of thing, like being a sort of well-known artist in Sacramento, you know. It's just kind of natural, I think, like in an environment to have a communal appreciation for each other, you know. I stop more people than people stop me, you know. I'm like, what's up? You're so great. Oh, that was cool. Like, oh, what's going on, you know? So, I don't know. And I love people. Like, it's all about people for me.
What are you trying to tell people with your artwork?
I think my artwork, I think when it's at its best is just sort of a natural, a clear transmission of maybe my fears about the world, my concerns about the lack of emotional connection that humans have to other humans or humans have to other beings suffering, you know, like animals. I feel like there's an emotional social divide amongst people. There's a lot of like fear creating hatred and dissension. And I just think that like there's so much internal struggle that we go through every day along with external struggle we have with people on the street. It's really hard to coexist with people in a sympathetic way or like understand that maybe they're suffering, you know. It's like when somebody like pisses you off, they do something, instead of reacting to it instantaneously, just being like, okay, you know what, maybe they're just having a bad day, I'm not going to take on any of that negativity or whatever and just move on. But a lot of times in our society, I think that we're reacting to each other over and over again until like the whole point of whatever even initiated the problem or this conflict is lost. It's all madness, and that's why I feel like in a microcosmic level with wars and politics, and I feel on a microcosmic level just the way that we treat our children, our animals, you know. It's like, I don't know, and in a lot of ways people probably just see my art and they're like, it's just like horrible violence and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, because I feel like that's what I see, you know. And like, I'm not trying to promote violence or oppression or anything. I'm kind of challenging it by saying like, here it is. It's like right here in front of you every day, you know. And I'm really just a big fan of nerdy stuff, mythology, comic books, film stuff. So it's just all integrated, you know. I'm just kind of like a melting pot of weird ideas, but at the center of it all, I'm just like a really like emotional, concerned person, you know.
I'm doing great. Having a good old time selling artwork, promoting my business, and my Kickstarter project.
Can you please tell us something about that?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I've got a project on Kickstarter, Kickstarter.com, for those that haven't heard of it. It's a crowdfunding site where the customers get directly involved in what they want to be created and put out for people to have and enjoy. And I've got a project up there right now that's currently going on. It's got about a month to go, and I'm finishing my painting series. I've got this series of paintings that I'm just about done, but I need a little bit more involvement with people at large that are into my work to try and get involved with the process so I can help get the paintings done.
Can you please tell us something about your artwork?
Well, I do a lot of kind of implying stories in my artwork, and I do a lot of macabre work, kind of like the Screaming Fairies, where it's implying a motive behind it. I always like the idea of telling a story without actually having any words in it. It's sort of like what comic book is, where you have the comic books where they can show you the story without actually telling you the story. And I like doing that in artwork.